What's up, Soul Family? Coming at you with another collective reading. This one's gonna be on. We have Kangaroo with Unsettled Times. Need to plan ahead. That being said, let's jump right in. If you're looking for a one-on-one reading, you can do so by directly messaging me or the link in the bio. The first reading is going to be 35 for up to 20 minutes, and you can ask whatever question you want, or I can pull and we can see what comes out. If it doesn't resonate for one reason or another, I'll simply refund you. That being said, let's jump right in. So I'm gonna, had a little charm in there in my bag. So we have Well with Family Wishes Come True. Hand with In Need of Help, Assistance, and Grouping. Or I'm sorry, and Guidance. In Need of Help, Assistance, and Guidance. I don't know where I saw grouping. We have Vulture with Depression, Anxiety, Worry that someone is against you. And then we have June. So maybe these unsettled times are because of the fact that you're feeling as if there are people against you and you're feeling kind of like cornered or something along those lines. But it makes me feel that one way or another, either family has your back, or it could be the energy of maybe you are, I don't know, maybe afraid of somebody in your family who's kind of like maybe that hand against you. I'm sorry, it was family wishes come true. So I'd like to think that one reason or another, like it's you against somebody that's not within your family. It looks like it's an external force. And maybe you're working towards a manifestation or a goal for your family. And as a result of that, it's kind of like you're having to kind of like fend off or defend or kind of deal with whatever that outside source is. But I don't think it's anything, 9 out of 10 times, the literal, if you don't pay attention to nothing, like shit just solves itself most times. And if you don't give something and people energy or attention, then they can try whatever they want. The card in June makes me feel as if maybe this is something that maybe either started in June, maybe this is something that maybe there's an event coming up next June or something that you're planning on like next summer, something like that, or maybe it's something that just happened like a couple months ago, something recently. But this one's sticking out. We have King of Swords. So whatever this is, I feel like there's need to like be very like, I wouldn't say, I don't want to say rational, because I mean I don't want to like discount like however somebody's feeling, but maybe be very like by the book and by fact without allowing yourself to be like stressed out by something. Sometimes we can get so frustrated about circumstances or people just talking and people doing this or people doing that, but in reality we really got to stop and think, like, what can they actually do? Like, what power do they actually have? Like, what's actually going to happen if this person actually succeeded with whatever they're trying to do? And 9 out of 10 times, it's really nothing. And as long as you have, like, really firm boundaries around your energy, then you don't really have to worry about much. All you have to do is kind of just stand strong in that and keep moving. That, or maybe it's calling to be very, like, calculated with how you handle, like, whatever the conflict is, and just be very intelligent and, like, detached from getting involved with it emotionally. The King of Swords is somebody who doesn't necessarily like allow their emotions, and not to ever say that emotions aren't important, but in certain circumstances, sometimes our emotions simply are not worth investing within a paradigm. So then we have the Empress and the High Priestess. So, and then if you're feeling like you're if you're needing guidance or anything along those lines, then maybe the call is to trust your intuition. I feel like it can be sometimes frustrating when we're trying to navigate through really heavy situations and it feels like we're getting like radio silence from whatever our guides are or God or whatever you want to call it, right? So I think sometimes trusting our intuition and allowing that to be like what pushes us through that period is really beneficial. That, and then with the Empress as well, it's like being like, I'll forever say that self-care and like doing little things like that will sometimes like allow your intuition to flow. It's like there are countless times like where I've been frustrated about something and then I've just like relaxed, done something completely irrelevant, and then now like the thing that I was focused on just came to me. So a lot of times it's really about like trusting our intuition, about like how we should resolve or handle something, but then as well not necessarily like allowing like it to be something that's too big of a deal, that to the point where like our focus is on the problem, taking care of like what we need to, and really just allowing things to work out how they need to. The Empress energy is also kind of the energy of just being yourself, like really just investing in yourself, investing in your time, investing in like your own energy and thriving, and then allowing whatever you're trying to bring into your experience come into it that way. So maybe you are the person who's going to be able to bring your family gifts or whatever this manifestation is as a result of you just moving down your path and you and being radiant. I'll pull a couple more and then we'll. So we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and then on the bottom of the deck we have the Two of Cups. So the Nine of Pentacles, I definitely feel like you're going to be the person who is like bringing this, like this is a solo endeavor that's going to then allow like whatever this manifestation is to come through. I think like the Nine of Pentacles is kind of like the bougie auntie card. It's like that one card of somebody who's like self-made. They're like in the garden, you know, reaping the benefits of like all the things that they've worked towards. So I think you're definitely going to be the person to kind of share like whatever this gift is or whatever this manifestation is to like your family or whoever it's intended for, the family wishes. And then maybe this is something like where you're trying to give it to like younger family members, or maybe it's like a kid, your cousins, nieces, nephews, something like that. I saw the other day this woman, I forget what, she was like one of my favorite, I like watching her videos. I haven't bought anything from her yet, but she's an entrepreneur, and because her business was really successful, she took like her nieces and nephews, I think it was to Disney World. So maybe you're the person who's able to then grant family wishes that way. Like maybe it's something a little bit more mundane, like a trip. I wouldn't say mundane. I think that's not the best word to use. But maybe it's something a little bit more like a trip or something less like big or grand. And maybe that's what you're trying to bring into it. Or maybe you're trying to bring in experiences, maybe even just like gifts or something like that. And maybe you're doing this like with a partner or a significant other, or maybe it's the energy of you doing this with or for somebody who you're really close to. Like sometimes we have like family members and stuff like that that we just simply click and see eye to eye with, and we're kind of like on that same wavelength. So maybe you're doing this to grant another family member's wish who you're really close to, or like a best friend or something along those lines. I know so many people who have like sisters that are best friends or cousins that are best friends and stuff like that pretty much. But either way, if people are being negative and you have worries about that, like keep firm boundaries, keep them out of your experience, and you don't have nothing to worry about. Especially sometimes the worst thing we can do is allow people into our space and allow people into proximity. So with the King of Swords, just block them out and keep them out, and that's all you got to do to resolve whatever issues you have. If you're worried about people talking trash or being toxic or being negative or playing against you, just don't have them in your space. But that being said, peace and blessings, and I'll catch you guys in the next reading.